Hi, good evening, everyone. Today, we are going to go ahead and discuss what should be your CUET MA Economics strategy. So, we know that Delhi School of Economics has now come under CUET, right? So, given that it's now a part of CUET, how do we think the syllabus would change? Not the syllabus, actually, the questions would change. What would be the level of the questions? What are the important topics that you should focus on? We will focus on all of that. So before we go ahead, एक बार ध्यान से समझ लो दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, JNU, BHU, AU, अंबेडकर यूनिवर्सिटी, ये सारे के सारे अब CUET के अंडर आते हैं. All of these are part of your CUET now. Okay, let us go ahead and think about it. This is the analysis of 2022 paper. 2022 में जो पेपर आया था, the paper that came in 2022, how many questions were asked from which unit? This is an approximate analysis of that. So microeconomics से 10 questions आए थे, macroeconomics 10 questions, money and inflation 4 to 5 questions, consumption and investment 3 to 4 questions. Statistical method last time was completely theoretical. But this time, जरूरी नहीं है इस बार भी theoretical होगा. This time, because Delhi School of Economics is a part of it, it may not be theoretical. It will be numerical based also. So 3 to 4 questions on that. Mathematical methods in economics, 5 to 6 questions. And Indian economy, 3 to 4 questions. But in Indian economy, just don't focus on the syllabus. Also go ahead and understand economic survey, budget, current affairs, and all of this. ठीक है जी. Now let us go ahead and let us understand the paper pattern. कैसा पेपर आता है CUET का, एक बार ये समझ लेते हैं. So the paper pattern consists of 100 questions which will come for 400 marks. ठीक है. Each question is of 4 marks. So 100 questions for 400 marks. ठीक है. These 100 questions can be broken in 2 parts. The first part is section A and second part is section B. In section A, we have 25 questions. And in section B, we have 75 questions. Section A में भी 25 questions आते हैं और section B में भी 75 questions आते हैं. Section A is logic, reasoning, analytics, etc. Section B is pure economics. You have to focus on section B. जो भी टॉप रैंक यूनिवर्सिटीज होती है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लास्ट ईयर JNU, उन्होंने सिर्फ सेक्शन बी के बेसिस पे स्टूडेंट्स को इवैल्यूएट किया था, उनको मार्क्स दिए थे, उनको एडमिशन दिया था. सेक्शन ए को उन्होंने कंसिडर नहीं किया था. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी थरो. Many good universities will not consider what happens in section A. They will only consider section B. So you have to be very careful that section B is thoroughly prepared. As you all know, this is the most important thing, that Delhi School of Economics is now a part of CUET. Okay, now let's focus on what is the syllabus and what we should be focusing on this year. The first unit that we are going to go ahead and do is microeconomics. सबसे पहला unit जो हमें करना है वो microeconomics है. At least 10 questions out of 75 questions सिर्फ और सिर्फ microeconomics से ही होंगे. What all will come in microeconomics? Consumer surplus, producer surplus, demand, utility. ठीक है. Demand और utility में क्या जानना है? What is an indifference curve? What are the different kind of indifference curve? How to find MRS of different indifference curve? ठीक है. Min function क्या होता है? Max function क्या होता है? Then revealed preferences, that is what is important for you. Okay, so what is warp, what is SAR, right? Then production theory, what is a production function, what are the different kinds of production function, what is law of variable proportion, what is returns to scale, what is a homogeneous production function. Okay, then you have to go ahead and understand what is A cost function. What are the different kinds of cost function? How do you minimize cost? How do you maximize profit? Okay. Then you have to understand what is price, output determination, perfect and imperfect competition. Okay. Then we have to understand monopoly. अच्छा ये बहुत important है. Perfect imperfect competition पे. Just on perfect competition, long run, short run conditions, you get a question. ठीक है. That we should know na, that in the long run we want to cover the average total cost, right? The price should be equal to ATC, but in the short run we are okay by covering AVC, right? What is the shutdown point? All that is important. Monopoly. Now, what are the different kind of price discrimination in monopoly? First degree, second degree, third degree, ये भी जानना जरूरी है. Then you have your equilibrium conditions, right? Partial and general. तो partial equilibrium condition में क्या हो जाएगा? Demand equal to supply. जब कोई भी demand या supply curve shift होता है, what happens? So you have to understand that. When there is tax, what happens? But general में you will have the Edgeworth box. How do you find equilibrium in the Edgeworth box? That's also important. And then you have finally the welfare conditions. Coming to the next topic is macroeconomics. Macroeconomics, you should know national income accounting. What is GDP? GNP. Which goods are included? Second hand goods क्यों include नहीं होते हैं? किसकी imputed income include होती है? कौन सी income include नहीं होती है? Transfer payments include होती हैं या नहीं होती है? So you have to understand each and everything. You have to understand what is national income accounting, what is private income, what is personal disposable income. Then you have to understand the income and output determination. What is IS curve? What is LM curve? What is the Keynes theory? What is neo-Keynesian theory? What is classical theory? What is neutrality of money? ठीक है जी? You have to understand all of this well. Then what is the AD curve? How is that derived from ISLM curve? What is the AS curve? How is this derived from the labor market curve? Right? Then you have to understand money and inflation. In money and inflation, you have to understand what is money multiplier. Remember, I have done it through multiple formulas. There is this formula which says 1 by RR. Then you have 1 plus CR by RR plus. So you remember all this, right? We have done all these formulas. So what are these formulas? What do they say? You have to try and understand all concepts of money multiplier. What is demand of money? How do you find the demand of money? What is supply of money? What is high powered money? H. What is the role of Reserve Bank of India? Okay? Why is it called lender of last resort? What is quantity theory of money? What is the Phillips curve? Pi and U. What is the Phillips curve? What is monetary and fiscal policies? What happens when you increase G? What is fiscal policy multiplier? What happens when you increase money supply? What is monetary policy multiplier? Sab kuch padna hai. All of this is important. Then the next is consumption and investment function. Isme sari ki sari hypothesis. What is absolute income hypothesis? Permanent income hypothesis? Life cycle hypothesis, right? Then you have to understand what is investment theories, what is accelerator principle, what is the investment multiplier. Okay, what are the different kinds of investment? Residential investment, business fixed investment, inventory investment. So what are the different kinds of investment? वो भी पढ़ना है. Then ये first part हो गया. The second part you should be focusing on is this. This is international economics. What is Mundell-Fleming model? इसमें सारे cases, we have done 12 cases in this, right? When we have perfect capital mobility, BP is horizontal, imperfect capital mobility, सारे cases करने हैं. What is balance of payment? What is exchange rate? How is exchange rate determined? Right? What is purchasing power parity? Right? What is purchasing power parity principle? Right? Then the development economics part, Harrod-Domer and Solow model, definitely. Steady state to aata hi hai ek question. You have to understand how to find the steady state. Then you have to focus on statistics beta. Statistics में basic things are definitely important. Mean, median, mode, standard deviation, dispersion, skewness, quartile deviation, but simple regression models also. My suggestion will be, although they haven't mentioned it anywhere, but please do some part of probability also. Important है करना, ठीक है जी. So you should know probability well. Then we have mathematical methods of economics, in which we want to do the set theory, vector theory, differentiation, दोनों, single variable, multivariable differentiation, integration, matrix and determinants, ठीक है. Then linear programming. CUET में it has not been seen that they ask much of it, but you should know. And differential equation, ठीक है. So majorly matrix and determinants definitely super important. Integration से they ask a question, differentiation से they ask question, and sect and vectors they ask a lot of questions. Then we talk about Indian economy. Indian economy में जो syllabus है वो तो करना ही है. Like what happened during the British era, right? Like what is agricultural sector during British era? What was the railway sector? Like what is the liberalization, privatization, globalization policies, right? What is deindustrialization, right? Then poverty, right? Lawrence curve, right? इसके बारे में पढ़ना जरूरी है, right? Gini's coefficient, right? Then drain of wealth. But iske alawa, you must read through these topics. One of the most important topic is taxation, right? So you should know कि कौन से तरीके के taxes होते हैं, progressive, regressive, proportional, digressive. What are the different kinds of taxes that you have? Then you can I have explained this in one of our CUET video, which is one of the CUET mock question. You can read in that. Then international trade के बारे में, different kind of international trade theories like Hegel, comparative advantage, and you should also read more about budget and survey. Apart from this, as you know, I am doing 100 days, 100 question CUET series. ये CUET series के ये 100 questions are getting uploaded every day on YouTube. Please have a look at those questions also. They're important. So this is about your CUET economics entrance strategy. Now in the next one of the videos, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the books that you should study for CUET entrance exam. कौन कौन सी books हम पढ़ सकते हैं? Okay, till then, best of luck for your exam. Thank you.